Bud Brown taking Simping to the next level. I mean, the video that he put out with his wife, where apparently the wife, she can't have enough of the West, so she has to go to McDonald's, or she calls it McDo, and she has to go there every single morning. She has to go there every single morning, man. Can you believe that? Look at this beautiful river here. Got the moon up there. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, there's the moon up there. See the moon up there? Anyway, Bud Brown taking Simping to the next level, bro. I mean, he really is. I mean, there's a history going back here with Bud Brown. He's been on YouTube for over 10 years. He's the head of the Dumageddon crime family that, harasses other YouTubers, tries to destroy their channels and trolls them to death in order to get them to shut down their content. He's, really a bad character in the background, working with all the other, Dumageddon superstars, over the last 10, 12 years in order to take down channels and threaten people in the background and all this other stuff. Anyway, his wife, who yells and screams at him on the trike. I mean, they have videos going back like 7 years ago where she's on the trike just screaming at him. He's just sitting there taking it all, bro, just taking it all. And, the guy is literally Bud Brown's taking Simping to the next level. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's just something that you can't even stomach. And you just wonder why. And God bless him, man, for taking all that abuse. You should have dumped her years ago. As soon as she started having health problems, that's the thing about it, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You can't hook up with older Filipinas because they all have health problems. And then you're going to be stuck with them, taking care of all their health problems for years and years and years. That's why you have to, the older ones, you meet them up, you have your fun, and then you let them go, bro. I mean, now, when you're out there, looking, shucking for oysters, and, you can eat all the oysters, but if you find a pearl, maybe you want to keep the pearl, bro. I mean, that's the younger ones, bro, but don't take it back to America. Don't take it back to America. Britt Philippines retirement, or whatever his name is, that 54-year-old, childless cuck. I just think, I think it's just disgusting. He's on there doing a video of Thailand dating versus Philippines dating. I've been here 1 week in Bangkok, and I'm here to tell you how it works in Bangkok and dating, bro. He's like, it just doesn't work on the street. Britt Philippines retirement, it all worked on the street in Thailand. All the way up to the pandemic, 2020, it all worked on the street. When losers, when cucks, when simps like you invaded Southeast Asia after pandemic 2022, you guys destroyed dating, not only in Thailand, but you destroyed it in the Philippines. Britt Philippines retirement had to put on one girl on his channel the entire 2 years so his champions could actually see him in action, from the first date up to, going to Boracay and going on an adventure. He never showed one thing on his channel. His champions are just a bunch of, obviously losers that even watching him. And then he goes on about, Kristen Filipina being the greatest, the best thing ever, trying to make his commission. Just a sick dude. Britt Philippines retirement, sick. Anyway, you're a loser. But Bud Brown, you're taking Simping to the next level. It's just disgusting, Bud Brown, how much abuse you take. You're sick too, bro.